Hey guys, welcome back to Loop with Jack. Today we're going to be taking a deeper look at some of the amazing MIDI features set to come with Loopy 2.0. I'm going to give you a quick demonstration and then I'm going to give you an idea of what some of these features can do for you and your templates. So let's get into it. If you don't already own a copy of Loopy Pro, then check a link down in the description where you can get 10% off your purchase. So here's a little template that I've put together to test out some more of the MIDI features inside Loopy 2.0. Now this first tip was given to me by Edward, one of the developers, who mentioned in my last video that there's two different types of quantization. You can have quantization that is happening when you record, and then you can also have something called beat quantization, which is applied to the clip after it's recorded, but in a non-destructive manner. Let me try and show you what I mean. So this first clip at the top here has got record quantize on. So if I swipe up on that clip, I will show you. I'll go down and I'll find record settings. And if you come down here, you've got MIDI record quantize. And I've got this set to just straight 16th notes. Now, if I record something in there, now I've recorded into that clip. If I take a look at the pattern, you can see the pattern itself has been perfectly quantized to the grid, in this case 16th notes. Now this second clip that I've got set up underneath here is beat quantize. So this is going to apply quantization to the playback, but not the recording. Now this might be useful if you want to record a clip and say later on go and muck around with the different swing values, the different quantization options. So let's give this a go. Okay, and if we swipe up on this clip and take a look at the MIDI information this time, you can see that I'm not perfectly on the grid. But the cool thing is, if I press play on this, then it is very much in time snapped to the grid. And what's cool is I can go in and change all different types of beat quantization options. So if I press play, say I want to mess with the swing, So So let's say I want that cool swing feel for this track. But later on down the road, maybe I want to export this into a Logic session or something similar to do a bit more of an intense mix down. And I've sort of decided, you know what, that swing pattern's not doing it for me. The cool thing is I can, again, swipe up on the clip, go down, and I can turn off the beat quantization. So if I just find that and go no quantization, if I now press play, you'll get my probably out of time playing. And it goes back to the original MIDI file. Now I think this feature is super important because it means in a live setting I can play and it's going to tighten everything up for me. But if I end up writing something that I want to use further on down the road, I can revert back to that original MIDI file in a non-destructive way, and then I can always apply quantization in a DAW or something else if I want to start exporting this elsewhere. So I think it's a really cool feature for them to add to Loopy 2.0. Now another amazing thing about having MIDI loops is not only can you audition sounds from synthesizers, if you take the time to set up some pre-configured kits inside, say, Koala Sampler and save them as presets, it allows you to have a few different kits ready and just change the sound depending on the song to what you want. Let me give you an example here. So if I press play on this MIDI loop, at the moment you're listening to kit 1. If I press kit 2, you can listen to another kit that I've set up inside Koala Sampler. Let's try kit 1 on this loop. Kit 2. And the way I've done that is inside Koala Sampler, I've set up 2 different kits. So here is, I think, kit 1, which I've just loaded in. And to save a kit, you simply go up to the folder icon, hit new, and then you can name it whatever you want. Now this is really cool because I can create loads of cool kits that I like ahead of time and start auditioning them when I'm practicing, and then live I might have 3 or 4 different kits to make things a bit more interesting during my sets. A little bit more on that just to show you how I've configured it. If you go to the edit window, you'll see that I've created 2 radio buttons named kit 1 and kit 2. For each one of those, when you select it, the option I've gone for here is to select a preset, and then the target is kit 1 from Koala. I've done the same for kit 2 on the second radio button. Another customization I've made to the template here is the ability to select which MIDI destination my keyboard is going to go to. So the fact that this is MIDI loops means you're sending MIDI data into the loop, and then the loop is triggering the audio source. So I've got my purple loops here triggering the Koala sampler, and then I've got my orange here triggering Animoog, which is a synthesizer. But I don't want it to be that every time I press a key you can hear both my drum samples and the Animoog. So if you'd notice right now, if I press the pads, you can only hear the drums. If I pressed Animoog, which is this button just here, you'll now hear, if I press those same pads, you're getting the Animoog, but you're not getting any of the drums, okay? So all this does is it goes into the mixer and it changes the destination for the MIDI keyboard. Let me show you how I went about doing this. If you press the pencil icon again, I'll click on the buttons I've already made and show you around. Let's create something new just to demonstrate. I'll press this plus and on select. We're going to go down to the MIDI section. And what we're going to do is enable/disable MIDI destination. If I click on that, we've got a few options here. Now I want to click the action and I'm going to change this to switch. So this is basically going to effectively solo the destination. So instead of going to both Koala and Animoog, forgotten what it was there, it's just going to do one. So we press switch, and then this is my Oxygen Pro Mini, which is my MIDI keyboard. And the 2 different targets that this keyboard is currently going to are the orange clips, which is the Animoog, and the purple clips, which is drums. So I'd select purple here and I'd set that up. So when I press it, it's only going to go to the purple clips. When I press the other button, it's only going to go to the orange clips. So it was quite a cool way that I found to do this without having to duplicate loads of MIDI channels. You simply get it to send it to the destination you want. So that's just another quick look at some of the awesome new MIDI looping features that are going to be coming with the new version of Loopy when it's finally released. I'm really looking forward to sharing some of my new templates with you. I can't share them yet, of course, because this is just the beta, but if you want access to any of my current templates, please check the link down in the description below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button because it really does help me out, and I'll see you in the next video.